Hello and welcome to another lesson on soundproofing. Today is going to be a special video all for you contractors, builders, and design professionals out there. If you are trying to do some sound isolation projects and you are having trouble finding the best and most affordable doors for your project, then this lesson is for you. I'm going to go over our two types of doors that we use in our projects, both for residential and commercial builds. We'll talk about standard doors, which can be used for passageways through in and out of sound isolated rooms. And we'll actually also talk about these really cool access doors that can be really useful for accessing, HVAC equipment, smaller doors for numerous things that we'll talk about in this lesson today. So I want you all to know that you're going to get the best advice on the most affordable doors and also where to find those doors and the different companies that we tend to use at our own design firm. Again, my name is Wilson Harwood. I am a soundproof studio designer based in Nashville, Tennessee. We do sound isolation projects all over the world, focusing on home recording studios, home theaters, podcast studios, and creative spaces in general. All right, let's jump into this lesson on the best doors for design professionals. All right, so I'm going to start off with my favorite soundproofing site these days, which is the ISO store. I will say that if you are not in the United States or Canada, I'm not sure that they can ship these doors to you, but for all of my North American friends, this is going to be the number one place to get doors. These prices may seem expensive at first, but the more you shop around on the sound isolation market for doors, windows, anything like that, you're going to find that these prices are actually on the more affordable side. So you just need to work to convince your clients that, hey, this is actually the best option I can give you. So there's three options here with the ISO store doors, and you're going to notice a few things. One is that the weights are different. And you're also going to notice that when we jump up to the 340-pound door, you're getting 2.5 inches of thickness. Now, that may seem ridiculous, 340 pounds, but it's not that crazy in the sound isolation world. And I'm going to tell you guys quickly which door you want to get based on your needs. So it's not that crazy. Let me explain this to you in some simple mathematical terms. Basically, with our doors, what we really want to do is match the mass of our walls with the mass of our doors. Another thing I'll say about sound isolation in general is that it's always better to have two doors in a passageway than just one door. This is known as communicating doors. And communicating doors are going to be a much higher sound isolation or STC rating, meaning sound transmission class rating here in the United States. In Europe and other parts of the world, they might use the RW rating, but both are a way of rating our wall assemblies. And so having two doors opening one direction and the other opening the opposite direction so that your door handles don't hit each other is always going to be better than a single door. However, for your client's needs, if you're designing these doors, you might not necessarily need two doors depending on the level of sound you're trying to isolate. In general, for my rule of thumb, if you're trying to isolate really loud sounds like heavy machinery, heavy mechanical equipment, loud drums, super low bass, then you're going to want to opt for the double door system. If you're just trying to keep out, the sounds of the general world, then a single heavy door is probably your best bet, and you might even be able to go to lower doors. So how do we decide between the ISO Store V, the SD, or the HD? And the way you're going to do this is that you're basically going to take up the total mass per square foot of your wall system on both sides of your wall, so both the inside and the outside layers, and you're going to add that up and figure it out. And in our typical walls, we use 2 layers of 5/8 inch drywall. And so if we add that up, it's going to be roughly 4.4 pounds on one side of our wall and 4.4 pounds on the other, which comes to a total weight of 8.8 pounds. Now for a typical 36 by 80 inch door, we can just say that that's 20 square feet. And so we multiply the 8.8 pounds times 20 square feet. So this is a good way to figure out how heavy your door really needs to be. For us, we generally use the HDLF door on the ISO Store website. So let me jump back in here. So you can see that there's the ISOStore HD, and they have the option to add the low frequency core. If we're going to do just one door, I always do the low frequency core because it's going to help with our low end. If we're going to do two of these doors, one will be low frequency and the other one will be a regular HD door. Certainly, that's going to push your door price into the $7,000 to $8,000 range when you include shipping and add-ons. So make sure that your client knows this before you start adding double doors in. You can do a single door, and you can even do a double door, meaning a French door system if you want, at 72 inches wide, or even wider if you need. So depending on your budget, this can be a great way to do it. And then this site makes it really, really easy to select all the different options you need for your client, and they'll ship the door directly to them, both with the door slab and the frame, which I love because it makes life so much easier. They even have the drop seal and all the seals in place, so you don't need to know a ton to figure that out. So if we go back to the ISOStore SD, 230 pounds is going to be plenty good for a lot of, medium to light uses of sound isolation. And the ISODOR V we don't often use, but if you just wanted to block out the human voice, maybe a TV sound, remember using that rule I talked about with the total mass of both walls. You can size your door depending on that. And in general, you want to go a little higher than the amount of mass of both walls. So if we're going to add, an extra 20 to 50 pounds, that's always going to ensure we get better isolation. In general, I like to do the heaviest door that the client can afford. That way you ensure that you're getting maximum isolation, and I like to do a communicating door system when possible as well. Another really interesting situation you might come across with soundproof isolation doors is needing to put in an access door that still is sound isolated or soundproof. Now, this is not a common thing you're going to run into on the soundproof door market. So I had to look for a company that provides great quality soundproof doors that I can trust when I need to have an access panel for, say, an electrical panel, HVAC equipment, a pipe that might be inside of a wall that you need access to, but you still need to be able to soundproof the system. There's numerous situations where you might encounter the need for an access panel or an access door that still holds a very high STC rating. And so to do this, I like to use a company called Best Access Doors. So let's check this out on the internet real quick. So with the Best Access Doors here, you're going to go down to Products and then Application, and then you're going to hit Acoustical System. And this will take you to their sound isolated specific access doors. And the reason I like these guys is, one, I think they're fairly priced. Again, you're paying a little bit more than a typical door, but again, for isolation purposes, this is all very reasonable. And then you just pick your size, and you can decide between a steel flush door. They have the ability to have one that just looks like regular drywall and is flush with the wall, which is really great for our designs where we don't really want to see the door. So there's a few different options there. I'm just going to pick the 12 by 12 for an example here. And one of the things that really you want to look for when you're looking for any sort of soundproof door is scrolling all the way down to the actual science and look at the acoustical rating and say that they were tested according to the ASTM standards, which means that this company has put in the actual finances and investment into testing their doors at a certified lab. If you go with a company that hasn't done this, it's really just hearsay, and there's no actual scientific proof that their doors really work. This STC 64 rating is extremely high for a door. The OITC rating is 53, which is also very high. And let me quickly explain the difference between STC and OITC. So STC, like I said before, stands for Sound Transmission Class. The OITC is actually an even better rating, and it tends to recognize the low-end sound coming from like heavy machinery, trains, large trucks going by, not your typical sounds like the human voice that the STC rating was initially designed for. So for most purposes, the OITC rating is actually going to be more accurate than the STC rating, and will always be less than the STC rating because it takes into account lower frequencies, which are harder to isolate than the higher frequencies in the STC rating. So now that we understand that, we can understand that this STC rating is actually really good compared to other doors on the market. And these ratings were made so you can compare roughly apples to apples when you're going from one door company to another door company. So if we know the STC rating, we can say, okay, this door should isolate better than this other door with an STC rating of, say, 45 or 44. Now I want to show you guys just a quick example of us using the best access doors in an actual set of plans at our design firm for a client who is using it actually as an escape hatch for his home theater design. So let's take a look at that real quick. All right, so here we have this really cool home cinema. I call it a home theater. It's more like a commercial theater at this point. It's really amazing. And you can see down in this corner here, he's got one of these best access doors, and we've actually modeled it and put it into our SketchUp model. And we're going to use two of their doors, like I said, for that communicating wall. And we have one on the outside, which we're going to put out here. And then we're going to have one on the inside of the studio. And this is a unique experience. This client really didn't feel comfortable only having one exit door for the studio that actually made it so you had to go to a lobby and then exit again to get outside of the entire building. For this case, we decided to get the biggest, best access door that we could find, which I believe was the 24 by 36 inch door. And this would allow, people to, in an emergency, in case of a fire, open up this door and crawl through it as an emergency exit. Hopefully we won't ever have to use this door, but we wanted to install it just in case. So this is a very unique example of using the best access doors, but it's one of probably many that I'm going to end up using in my future designs. I think another really great example would be to access like an energy recovery ventilator, other mechanical equipment, and like I said, plumbing, things like that need access to, but that you don't want to have creating a hole leaking into your perfectly soundproofed room that you spent a lot of time and money building and designing. So I hope this has helped you understand how you can use different soundproof isolation doors, and I've given you two great companies that I trust that you can then use in your own projects for creating your own soundproof door designs. Again, my name is Wilson Harwood, and I am a soundproof designer based in Nashville, Tennessee. We mainly work on home recording studios, commercial recording studios, home theaters, and also creative spaces like podcast studios. For those of you who are interested in going a little bit more in depth with me and my own design services, you can always reach out by signing up for a Soundproof Clarity Call at soundproofyourstudio.com and clicking on the I Want Some Plans option on our website. If you're not yet ready to jump in and start working together, you can also check out my free soundproofing workshop, which will go way more in depth than just this one video over all the different aspects of sound isolation design that you will need to think of when you are creating a soundproof room. To watch that, you can just go to soundproofyourstudio.com/workshop. That's soundproofyourstudio.com/workshop. Again, thank you all so much for tuning in today. Every week we have a new video on Monday with more information on sound isolation and room acoustics. So stick around, subscribe, and I'll see you all next week, same time, same place.